welcome in everyone. Welcome to the Third Eye Cancer Tarot channel. I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome to your reading for the month of August 2025. Let's get into it and see what messages Spirit has for you, okay? What are the messages for my Cancers for the month of August 2025? You can have Cancer anywhere in your birth chart for these messages to resonate. Only take the messages that resonate. Leave the rest of the messages for everyone else. Messages for my Cancers. Messages for my Cancers. Cancers. Okay, Cancers. Underneath the deck, we have peaceful, number 37. 73 could be significant for you, number 37 or the number 10. It says peaceful. You may have an opportunity to utilize your peacemaking skills. There could be a conflict around you that needs resolving, or you may need to step in to restore balance. Approach the situation with the intention of restoration. There's something here about, okay, somebody does this, the peace sign. You may know somebody who does this. Somebody may throw up a peace sign in their photos. I feel like somebody that you know or you do this throws a peace sign up every time they take a photo. Side note. But, also, this is giving me VA. Somebody's from Virginia, or you have ties to the DMV area. Or Virginia, there's something about Virginia for some of you who are watching. Some of you, the year of the rabbit may also be significant. But there's something here about the month of August for you being an opportunity for you to make peace with someone or something. Okay, you're going with the flow of things. August seems like a month where you're just going to be going with the flow. You're not going to be fighting. You want peace. You don't want to really be involved with any drama. So you might actually go with the flow of a certain situation in order to keep the peace. Okay, the number 5 could be significant for you. And 5 can also be a number that talks about change and transitions and even conflict, right? So there could be some kind of a conflict that you're trying to avoid in the month of August. So you're just going to say, you know what, I'm going to take the peaceful route so that I can preserve my inner peace, right? This card says, embrace change rather than resisting it. Trust in the natural course of events and find peace in the present moment. While it's essential to have goals and plans, it's also important to be open to new opportunities and willing to navigate life's twists and turns with grace and resilience. There's something here about you going through change, having to endure change and transformations in your life, and having to find some peace, some semblance of peace as you go through these drastic life changes, right? As we get older, our bodies change, our jobs change, our money changes, right? Our looks change, our families change. And there's something here about you tapping into a semblance of peace within yourself in the month of August to try to cope and deal and embrace change and the new opportunities that you have coming towards you in your life. So you're seeking out change and learning more about yourself and how to do that so that you'll have an easier life in the month of August. Okay, we have number 98. 9889 could be significant for you. We have paint the town red. This card reads, this is the opportune moment to venture out and revel in your own company with exuberance and extravagance. Relish every moment without succumbing to the influence of external opinions. Guard against the sway of others' viewpoints and maintain your autonomy. So you are being independent in the month of August, okay? Underneath the deck, we have busybodies. You're being independent. You're stepping out. You're trying new things. There's something about you going off course, doing your own thing, having a little bit more fun, trying to go with the flow of life and fit in a little bit more fun for yourself whilst in the midst of working hard, being in a busy environment and keeping the peace. You may even try to relieve some stress in the month of August by going out and having some fun. The number 85 could be significant, or 58. This could be a birth year or possibly an age. This card reads, there are certain busybodies in your work environment who are attempting to intrude into your affairs and discern what's happening with you. They might be endeavoring to befriend you, outdo you, or sabotage you. Regardless, be vigilant. They are solely focused on serving their own interest. Okay, so some of you have some positive things happening for you. I do feel like your work and environment is going to, whatever you do for work, whether even if you have your own business, whatever you do for work, whatever you do for money, there's something that's going to be highlighted in the month of August for you in regards to that. So there's something here about the people that you work with. They could be, I don't know, Spirit is saying that they're busybodies. So they could be asking you a lot of questions. They could be trying to get in your business about things. What are you doing? Where are you going? Who are you with? Trying to befriend you. You may go on vacation, or you may take a few days off, or you may make an effort to do things to make yourself happy, or maybe you are doing something new and stepping out of your comfort zone, and they're finding out about these new things that are happening for you and in your life, and they want to know more. They want to know more about what's happening with you. Yeah, it looks like you're going to be going with the flow, even with that, and you are trying to keep the peace. So this could be, again, in business and or in love. So if you're encountering some busybodies at work, I see you trying to do your best to keep the peace in the month of August. So let's see what your energy is going to be in the month of August, Cancers. Holy Spirit, ancestors, and spirit guides, what's the energy going to be for my Cancers? Somebody's going to be, I think, like maybe getting some new sunglasses. Going to be getting something new here. There could be an indication, even if you're not getting anything new, there's an indication that you're playing it cool. You could be getting something new. There's something about you that's changed or elevated, or you could just be cool as a cucumber. You could just be yourself. And there's something about that that's going to cause people to point you out, gossip, talk. As you elevate your life or try to keep the peace, the more that you try to keep the peace with these people, the more curious they are going to be in regards to you in your life. Spirit guides, what messages do you have for my Cancers? What's the energy for my Cancers in the month of August? Okay, Cancers. So your energy for the month of August is going to be the 10 of Swords in reverse. So you're going to be coming out of some kind of a hurtful situation here. And I'm not sure what this is, but we'll take a look at that here in a moment. But you're going to be overcoming or healing or coming through some kind of a painful situation here. Something that's really hurt you, something that's on your mind, something that's you felt like was going to end you or end a major chapter for you in your life. A major chapter for you did end, even if this is like a way of thinking. You changed a way of thinking, you changed a behavior, you changed a relationship, you changed your life, you changed your environment. There's something here that triggered some kind of a change for you that was painful, that you didn't necessarily want to endure or go through. You are overcoming that. You're still dealing with that. You are focusing on overcoming that here. But what's the challenge for you? Okay, the challenge is the Page of Pentacles. The challenge is finding a sense of newness and figuring out how to best heal and overcome from this situation, because even though you are healing from this situation, there's still remnants of whatever this hurtful situation that happened to you is. There's still remnants of this energy in your life here that you're dealing with. So you are trying to read up, study up, figure out a new way to overcome and heal from this hurtful situation, have a new beginning here, even if it's small. This could be reaching out to a therapist. This could be finding a new job, investing in a new way to take care of yourself, self-care. This could be finding a new stream of income. How do I get back on my feet? So actually doing that, coming up with those ideas and embarking on that new way to try to heal from whatever this painful situation was for you is going to be somewhat of a challenge for you in the month of August, okay? What's going to be your subconscious energy? What are you going to be thinking about subconsciously, which is what you don't really know is in your subconscious mind, but is definitely there and impacts how you think and feel. So in your subconscious mind, you're going to be thinking about how you can get back on your feet. There's something here about you, Cancers, feeling like you've lost your strength. Whatever this situation is that happened to you in the past, this Ten of Swords situation, it's knocked you off your feet. You feel imbalanced, especially as it relates to your energy, getting your energy back, getting your financial footing back. How do you become more stable? And for many of you, it's going to be different, but being able to wipe out whatever this weakness is and embark on this new journey is going to be a challenge for you here in the month of August. I do see you making an avid effort to try to overcome, but the fact that you're still grappling with whatever this is, I see that it's bothering you. Even if you don't feel like you're thinking about it all the time, there's something about it in your subconscious that's lingering. Yes, Six of Cups. This could be having to do with a Leo or somebody with strong Leo characteristics. A misfortunate situation here, possibly in Aries. Could be involving some kind of a risk that you took. And this could be in any facet of life. Business, love, career, friendship, family, whatever. What's the recent past energy for my Cancers? The Fool in reverse. Okay. You could have been dealing with an Aries quite recently, or you could have taken some kind of a risk to do something that didn't quite pan out for you, or you just simply weren't willing to take a risk. We'll get more information about that for you in a moment here. Could have been in regards to Pisces. See the High Priestess. I see that you're having a hard time connecting with your intuition in regards to a certain situation as well. Your conscious mind. Okay, wow. There's something about you guys needing to heal from a certain situation here. You're definitely focused on healing. You're trying to figure out how to overcome and to heal. I don't see that you're willing to take a risk, though. You're not willing to really risk becoming more unstable than you already are, or more unstable than you have been in the recent past. You're no longer willing to take any more risks as you are trying to heal from this circumstance. It's all you think about. Even if it's not all you think about, it's something that's heavily on your mind. We'll get more information on this for you in a moment. Okay, we have the Tower in reverse in your near future energy here. So you're trying to avoid some kind of a tower from happening, or you're trying to avoid something from falling apart completely. This is definitely, wow, this is definitely connected to whatever this Ten of Swords, Three of Swords situation is. You're trying to keep something from falling apart completely. Okay. What's your internal affecting energy? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. There's something here about things not working out the way that you want them to work out. You may feel a sense of giving up in regards to something. Yeah. You're no longer holding on to something. This could definitely be in regards to love, Cancers. Let's see what else this is in regards to. What's your external affecting energy for the month of August? The Death card in reverse. Wow, this is unfinished business. There's some kind of an ending here that's trying to come in, or has already happened, but it's not being acknowledged. Wow, this is all connected. All of this stuff is connected. Okay, all of this is connected. Hopes and fears. Wow, literally fear with it. Okay, you could be dealing with someone who has strong air in the chart, strong Scorpio and or Aries. Doesn't have to be, though. Wow, this is self-sabotage, Cancers. What the heck is going on? Look at that. Five of Swords under the deck. Strong air energy here. You could be dealing with somebody who has strong earth placements or air placements. Strong earth, strong air. The outcome is the Page of Swords. So there's some kind of communication or realization that you're going to have, or somebody's going to reach out to you. What in the world is this about? What is this about for my Cancers? Oh, wow. Wow. What is this about for my Cancers? Why is this? Why are my Cancers going to be in the Ten of Swords in reverse for the month of August? Cancers, there's something here that you're trying to avoid, possibly a conflict. You're trying to heal from something, or you could just be avoid an ending. You guys have, it looks like you guys have gone through a lot recently. Maybe you took a risk on something, it didn't work out, and I feel like this is kind of a domino effect. Whatever it is that you're dealing with from an energetic standpoint, for many of you, you know, it's gonna be money that's impacting you. For others, it's going to be your health, either physical and or mental health. Some of you, it's going to be your job, right? But there's something here about you having to deal with a conflict. You know, you're struggling in your mind. Should I move forward? Should I not move forward? Should I end this? Should I not end this? It just seems like there's a tumultuous situation that's happening around you in your energy. This could be in regards to work, Cancers. I see that you're trying to go from the flow with the flow. You're trying to heal from whatever it is that you've recognized as a problem and has been hurtful to you and your energy. You're trying to get over it, but you don't know if you should end it for good. I see you questioning, is this over for good, or should I continue to invest in this? What's this Ten of Swords for my Cancers? What's this Ten of Swords in reverse about for my Cancers? We have Angry Woman underneath the deck. This is something that made you very angry. Whatever happened here. This is something that upset you. Okay, system, justice system. Okay, so you feel like you were unfairly treated here in a situation. You were treated unfairly in a situation. What's the situation in regards to? This could be a contract. This could be a work situation. This could be anything. What's the situation in regards to for my Cancers? Okay, we have boss, business. So this could be, I told you guys, Cancers, this could definitely be in regards to work. There could be somebody around you in the month of August where, you know, this is a person who is a boss, or they have a business-like mentality, or this is you. This could be somebody that you're dealing with at your job. This could be a lawyer as well. This could be a lawsuit of some sort. There's something here that you feel like you are unfairly or unjustly impacted by, and you're trying to get over it and possibly have a new start. You may even be trying to compromise or work with this person again, trying to avoid an ending in order to prevent from having to start over completely, but may, you know, something just may need to come to an end regardless here. Cancers, were you getting ready to take somebody to court, or did somebody take you to court? Who is this business boss? Yeah, you were definitely treated unfairly here. This could be a contract. We have mature man and privileged lady that popped out here. Somebody looks at you as being very privileged. 512 could be significant. 215, 152, 52, 15, 51, 12, 3, 53. $85, 58, the number 8. Cancers, this could be you, this mature man, or you could be this privileged lady. But there's something here happening between, I see an older man and a younger woman here. I see an older man and a younger woman here. Now, this business boss could be this mature man, or it could be this privileged lady. But there's some kind of a rift that took place between these two people here. It doesn't matter who you are in the situation, but there is a rift that happened between these two people. Tell me more about this boss. What's the relationship between my Cancers and this boss? What's the relationship between my Cancers and this person, Spirit? Gift in reverse. You see that? Number 8 again, 85, 58, or 53, 25. Somebody could have given somebody a gift and taken it back. Somebody could have experienced some kind of a loss, or something that was once heralded as very special and is a gift has turned sour and has caused somebody tremendous stress, heartache, and pain. So whatever was initially given has been taken back. It is now lost. I'm getting whatever this was once seen as some kind of a gift. This relationship is now sullied. Why? Okay, now we have another reference to court, adjudication, some kind of a judgment, a final decision here. There was some kind of, okay, Cancer, some of you were dealing with someone in the justice system or somebody at your job who has the power to make a decision to give and or take. This could be in love as well. Somebody who you dealt with that had the power to give and or take from you, where some kind of a decision had to be made, or this person made a judgment on you where you experienced some kind of a loss and are now having to recover or recoup whatever it is that you lost, quite possibly. This is difficult for you. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge for you because I'm seeing you're starting from very humble beginnings here with the Page of Pentacles. If you are the privileged lady, but yet you are in the Page of Pentacles upright in the month of August, that means that you are having to start from very humble beginnings, very humble means, in order to recoup whatever it is that you lost or are being challenged with overcoming. So you don't have much to work with here in this situation. So if this is in regards to a position or a job, say for instance that you're dealing with a boss or somebody who has authority over you, or somebody who, maybe it's somebody who you are doing business with, they have the opportunity to make a decision. There's something here about whatever the offer was that was given to you not being what it was supposed to be originally. Somebody's not living up to the offer, or somebody gave something to you and took it away. This could be a promotion. This could be perks of a job, perks of a relationship. This could literally be a gift. A raise, a review at work, a bad review. Or a conversation with a lover where they're saying, okay, wherever we are right now in our relationship, I'm not really feeling it. I think I just want to end it here. Unexpectedly. There's something here about you being put off balance by this. Yeah. All right, I'm going to pull on my personal oracle decks, my green deck here, so I can get some more clarity. What's happening in my Cancer's subconscious mind? Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Why is the Two of Pentacles here? simply caught or caught up. Why is it Two of Pentacles here for my Cancers? I see that going with the flow is going to be the theme. So I see you're trying to go with the flow of whatever situation that this is. You're trying to allow it. You're trying to allow it to not affect you. You're trying to allow it not to affect you. And I see you're trying to avoid some kind of a major change here. But Spirit is saying you need to go with the flow of this situation. If you're feeling like whatever it is that you're going through is impacting you to a point where you can't just you can no longer deal with it, you're going to have to end this situation. Because whatever situation that you're in, whether this is a job, a relationship, whatever, it is coming to an end. It is a tower. It is a shock. It is going to cause a change in your life. You're not going to be able to get around it. Okay? So tell me more about this situation that my Cancers are going to go through. You can't avoid this, Cancers, whatever this is, in the month of August. You're not going to be able to tolerate it. It's coming to an end. You're in your head about this. I feel like towards the end of the month, you're going to be able to acknowledge this, that this situation is coming to an end, whether this is in business and or in love. You'll be able to acknowledge it. We have full life, community service, hobbies, social life, events, travel. Trauma, pain, holding on to pain, potentially holding a grudge. Gift, blessing from God or from someone else. I see you, and we saw a gift. It came out twice here. So whatever this situation is, that you thought it was a blessing at one point, and then you decided, okay, this is no longer a blessing because this is now almost like it's like a curse. Okay, we have gift, blessing, trauma, pain, full life, community service, hobbies, social life, events, travel. I see you trying to make an effort to overcome this energy that you're in by hanging out with friends, possibly doing community service, engaging in a social life here. We have Paint the Town Red. This is an opportune moment to venture out and revel in your own company. So there's something here about you possibly gifting yourself in the month of August, doing something for yourself, your needs, your self-care, your health, your healing. I'm getting the feeling like, okay, well, if you're not going to give it to me, then I'll figure out a way to get it. I'll have to do it myself. I'm going to have to pick myself up. By diversifying your life and gifting your own self to try to heal from whatever this trauma or pain is. But there is trauma and there is pain. What happened here in the recent past here? What's this trauma and pain that my Cancers dealt with here in the recent past, Spirit? We have single life, loving independence here. Underneath the deck, positive feminine energy. I feel like in the recent past, you guys decided that you were going to be independent. You were going to be single. You don't want to take a risk to get into any kind of commitment here or any kind of position or commitments that would allow you to be locked down. There's something here about you not wanting to take a risk on losing your independence. You guys haven't been having a lot of intimacy lately, I feel. Major life event. What's a life event? A fallout. Cancer. You guys could be dealing with a Cancer major loss, or somebody with Cancer in their birth chart, or during Cancer season you experience some kind of a fallout or a major life event or something. It doesn't even have to be a major life event. It could just be something that you experienced that caused you to feel a way. A feel a way that's new, that you didn't feel a way about a person, place, or thing. And it's made you feel even more so, it puts you more so in the mindset of wanting to do your own thing. You experienced a loss in Cancer season? What was the loss that my Cancers experienced? Messy work situation. A lot of you Cancers are dealing with a messy work situation. There's something that happened to you at work. You're in competition with somebody. So you could be dealing with somebody who's got a big ego. I really do feel that way. Work is going to be a big thing for you in the month of August, Cancers. You're going to be dealing with a busybody, possibly somebody who has a big ego. This could be somebody who's an older man. Say if you're a younger woman, you're dealing with an older masculine. This person could look at you as a mispris or somebody who needs to be humbled, or they could feel like, you're on a high horse, or even if you have a position that they feel is underneath them, they're going to be testing you, possibly asking a lot about you, or possibly getting into it with you while you're at work. This could affect you in like being promoted, or getting a bad review, or not getting the raise that you were looking for, or not getting the payout or the settlement that you were looking for. If this isn't at work, this could definitely be a case that you're dealing with, or somebody who has more experience than you, somebody who's got you on age and or experience. And I feel like the drama could have started during Cancer season. I see you trying to avoid an ending with this person, or trying to avoid drama with this person. So I see you going with the flow. Yeah, you're trying to overcome the hurt and pain. What did this person do to you, Cancers? Why is the Tower in reverse for my Cancers? It really puts you off balance here. You could have been expecting to receive something and you didn't get it. Maybe you have to figure out another way to get the money for something. I see you're at a loss with this situation. Why is the Tower in reverse for the near future? Fake it till you make it. Pretending, wearing a mask. You're trying to fake it like you're happy to be where you're at or do whatever it is that you're doing, but you're really not. You're trying to just avoid conflict with this situation. Apology. We have Leo underneath the deck. So you could be getting an apology from this person in Leo season. They may be giving you an apology in order to avoid some kind of a Tower moment here. To avoid conflict. Yeah, we have proposal, contract. They may come toward you and say, hey, you know what? I have a proposition for you. Family matters. There could be something that you may need to take time off for in regards to a family member. You may need to go on vacation or take time off or do something for you, and you may not be able to do it. Or this could be somebody in your family that you're dealing with that's making your life more difficult. Somebody is getting in the way here. Okay. Why are you in the Eight of Pentacles in reverse? Internal. Okay, health. There's something here about your health, Cancers. This is a side note for some of you and not for all of you. Your health, you need to focus more on that. There's something here about your health. Something's not working out in regards to your health. You may need to focus more on your personal health. So whatever it is that you eat, your nutrition. You may have given up on working on your health. You need to get back on track. Yeah, you need to get back on track. There's something here about you getting some news or feeling like there's some news that you're going to be getting in regards to your health that's not so good. I see you kind of losing. God, it's kind of grim. This could be in regards to your fertility here with fertility under the deck, but there's something here about you guys not feeling so positive about your health. So never give up on yourself. I do want to say that it can sometimes it's not as bad as what you think it is. Don't give up on yourself as it relates to your health. You could be getting some bad news in regards to your health or getting some not so great news in regards to your health. What's affecting you externally? So you have some unfinished business in regards to your money, okay? You could have an opportunity to make some money with a quick gig, or somebody could owe you some money. You're gonna be getting it in the month of August. Something that you thought was over, but it's really not over. It's unfinished business for you. You're gonna be getting a little bit of money. Now I didn't see a coins come up with the death card. I can pull some and see, but there's something here about your money that's been like on delay, or something that you thought was over, you weren't going to get paid for, you weren't going to get money for. Yep, good news. So your money's going to be up a little bit here in the month of August. You're going to get a little bit of a boost somehow, some way. It could be a refund, it could be a client coming back, a new opportunity. You might do a side hustle. One of your investments is going to come back and it's going to give you a boost in money in the month of August. But you need to focus on your health. You're ignoring something in regards to your health. Okay, 8 of Swords. That's your hopes and fears. Yeah, personal fitness. You need to get back in the gym, work out, get your body moving again. With the 8 of Swords here in the hopes and fears. Technology. What is that hopes and fears? Take the moral high ground. Cancer, someone is going to communicate with you in the month of August, or you're going to want to communicate with somebody in the month of August, but you're not going to know whether or not you should do it or whether or not you should respond. And you're going to be challenged to take the moral high ground and be the bigger person, whatever this situation is. You're going to be challenged, with the question of, should I end this? Or should I leave it alone? Should I go with the flow? Should I just end this completely? You don't want to self-sabotage yourself. You don't want to put yourself in a taxing situation. I see that you're dealing with some pain, some trauma, some upset, and you're debating with yourself on whether or not you should communicate this or just not deal with it at all, let it just bypass you, go with the flow. What's the Page of Swords here? Yeah. Should I get a new job? Should I get some new income, a new career? You're kind of stuck in the thought of what your next steps are. What's the Page of Swords in their outcome, Spirit? Making amends. Making amends. Ooh. Okay, could be dealing with a Taurus. Somebody who's a Taurus could be reaching out to you in the month of August to make amends. Here we have paperwork, legal matters. You are going to get some communication from someone. I don't know if it's going to be this person, but there's going to be some kind of a communication to mend fences, and it may be in some kind of an official capacity through some kind of a document. So what do I mean by this? Say, for instance, you go to HR about some kind of an unfair treatment that you feel that you're receiving, and you don't want drama with this person, but you feel like you need to report it. Somebody is going to reach out to you and try to make amends, okay? But it's going to be documented. You want to be documented, or whatever the situation is needs to be documented. There's something here about paperwork, legal matters. You could be looking into possibly even suing, lawsuit or something like that, taking somebody to court, or whoever it is you're working with to court. I'm also seeing for some of you, if you worked with somebody recently, you hired a contractor and they maybe didn't complete the work, or they didn't do the job that you expected them to do. There's something here about you going through some paperwork or the proper channels to see what it is that you can do to recoup your money. That's what this could be here. Remember I said you're going to be making some money that you thought you would never get back, or you would never recoup. That's going to be coming in for you. You're going to be getting some money in the month of August. Tell me about this Taurus or whatever this paperwork, legal matter, court document stuff is. Ten. Okay, marriage or labor. Okay, so for some of you, this is in regards not to a work situation. For some of you, this is going to be in regards to a marriage that you're having a difficult time navigating. And the person that you're taking to court or trying to divorce or separate yourself from, this could also be somebody who you have just a child with, a baby father, baby mother, or something like that. There's going to be communication in regards to that in the month of August. Some kind of paperwork that's filed. You could be trying to make amends, trying to make it work. You could have back pay, back child support, back spousal support, something like that. Yeah, so the good news for you guys in the month of August is that you're going to have a tiny boost or some sort of a boost financially. You're going to have some kind of a boost financially. Okay, something unexpected financially is going to show up for you in the month of August. For some of you, it's small. For some of you, it'll be larger. However, you are going to be dealing with some kind of a work situation or some kind of a traumatic legal or legalese situation. For many of you, it's in regards to your job. And you're going to be asking yourself, do I really want to stay here? Is it worth me staying here and putting up with all of this? Or should I just end it? So here we have the wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Yeah. Don't go with the flow too much. If you feel like, again, if you feel like you're in a place where you're not being respected, or you feel like you're being discriminated against, or if there's some kind of harassment that's taking place, or somebody is, you feel like you're being unfairly treated where you are, you need to be more decisive, because there's something here about you feeling like you're in a cycle of inopportunity, inopportune opportunities. Messages for my Cancers. Trouble, accusations. There could be some accusations at your job as well. People could be gossiping. There could be something about you being in the frying pan. You could feel like you're in a frying pan, like you feel like you're being asked a lot of questions, or you feel like, you know, you're in the hot seat. Some kind of trauma or pain associated to a messy work situation where you feel like you're being put on blast or put in the spotlight. It's causing you extreme stress in the month of August. Okay, we have Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. Okay. Gosh, I want to end on a positive note. Okay. We have money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So Spirit is saying, this is in regards to a lot of your work situation. So it is what it is. Okay. Underneath the deck is, you should accept valid criticism. So a lot of you like to sip tea, green tea, Earl Grey, all kinds of teas. I see like fancy teas. There's something here about, you know, you needing to discover the true path to your abundance. Whatever situation you're in right now is a little stifling. I see you don't really feel like taking the risk to find that next career opportunity or figure out, you know, what that next thing is to try to make money. I see that you are trying, though, with the Page of Pentacles. You're trying to figure out what that next step is to get back on your feet and find that path to money. I see you trying to find that path to money. But where you're at right now, I see that it's troubling you to a point where it's affecting your health. and it's prohibiting you from really getting to the money that you want to get to. Even if you do make a significant amount of money, you feel like you deserve more. You feel like you need more, you deserve more, and you haven't necessarily found that thing that you want to do, and you do not feel that what you're doing right now, the people that you're dealing with, that they fully appreciate you. Okay? They may feel like they're in danger of losing you, or they don't. They could just be arrogant enough to feel like that you're not going to lose them, or you just may be afraid to have to do something new. Even if you don't have a job, I see you just having some difficulties with finding that new path to money. But Spirit is saying the path with money is waiting for you to find it. So there is something that's going to boost you up and lead you to that path of abundance and freedom that you want. You just gotta find it. Let's see who, see what the signs are. Holy Spirit, ancestors, and spirit guides. Give me the sun sign. I only want sun signs, spirit guides. Only give me the sun signs. The major sun signs of people involved in this reading for my Cancers for the month of August. Like this mature man, the boss man. Sun signs, please. Okay, we have Gemini under the deck here. Gemini. We have long term. We have Cancer. We have Year of the Rat. Okay, 2020 could be significant. Maybe that's when you started working at this place, or maybe that's a year where something really specific happened that was major for you. Year of the Dog, that's 2030. That's coming up. Somebody could have been born in the Year of the Dog. Somebody could have Cancer in their birth chart. Like somebody could be a sun sign Cancer. This is you, Cancer, or something could have happened in Cancer season that was significant. That came out here. See, Cancer. Something happened in Cancer season. Whatever this is based on, some kind of a fallout or some kind of a major event or messy work situation that started taking place back in Cancer season. Which is back in June or sometime in July. Okay. So something started happening in Cancer season that's leading you to question what your next steps are in terms of like how to make money and stuff like that. Yeah. And I feel like long term is more so, like your vision, what it is that you're looking forward to. So keep in mind these years, Cancers. 2030, the year 2030, I feel like that's going to be a big year for you. 2030. Right now we're in 2025, so that's 5 years from now. Major year for you, Cancer. And the year 2020, something happened during that year as well. Somebody could have been born in the Year of the Rat, which is any of these years, or something major happened for you in 2020 as well. All right, Cancer. So that's going to be your reading for the month of August. I hope this was helpful. Keep looking for that money path, and stay positive, and make sure you take good care of your health, okay? Because your health came right out, and there's something that's your health came right out, and I feel like that's something that you really need to focus on. You don't want to end up, in a situation where you have to go to urgent care at the hospital or something like that. So take good care of yourself, okay? Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.